Today's video is on the topic of Stranger Things and 11 or L and Our Lady of Lourdes and Our Lady of Fatima and their connections with 11. So let's start with Stranger Things. Stranger Things season 1 first episode was on July 15th of 2016. I started watching Stranger Things at the end of 2017 into early 2018, right before a friend right before a good friend of mine passed away. So I'm going to go through a couple things, and then this might get more in depth at a later date. So 11 or L in Stranger Things, the meaning of in Hebrew of El is another word for God, and meaning might, strength, or power. So if you've watched Stranger Things, you kind of get an idea of what's going on. Did they have that in mind when they nicknamed 11L? Possibly, I don't know. So now we'll start with Our Lady of Lourdes, a Marian apparition that appeared to Bernadette Subaru on February 11th of 1858. And anyone that knows anything about Lourdes, there's a shrine there today. It has all the healing waters of very many miracles that have to be thoroughly documented by the Catholic Church. I'm not going to go into all the details. So the first apparition was on February 11th. There's your connection with 11 and L, and it'll get deeper. And the last, and then when she discovered water, it was on February 25th. She was told by the apparition to start digging, and she did, and the villagers that are watching her thought she was a little bonkers, a little bit crazy girl, and wondering why she's doing that. But the apparition told her, so she's digging, and then a spring comes forth of water, and the rest is history. That was on February 25th, 1858. The last time that the Marian apparition appeared to Bernadette Subaru was on July 16th of 1858. Now, a theme along with this is Bernadette Subaru was 14, and that's how most of these Marian apparitions seem to appear to young children, mainly females. I'm not going to go too in depth into it. We're just going to talk about two today. So the next one is Our Lady of Fatima. Appeared from May 13th to October 13th of 1917. The three children, they were three shepherds. There was Lucia Santos and her two cousins, Francisco Marto and Jacinta Marto. So their connection with 11 was Francisco Marto was born on June 11th, the 11th date again, and Jacinta Marto was born on March 11th, again the 11th. Both of those children died in the Spanish flu influenza epidemic. Jacinta, and I've mentioned this in my other videos with the connection with the stock market crashes, and this is a continuation of that theme and the power and the energy associated with this whole vortex of energy that's going on here. So I'll try to keep it basic and simple today. And she passed away in 1920. Her brother, Francisco Marto, died at the age of 11 on April the 4th, as I mentioned before in one of my other videos. Next we have the July 16th date that I've mentioned on the power of July 16th in my series that's on here, that talks about the first nuclear explosion in modern times that we know of. There's information from the either the Bhagavad Gita or the Upanishads from Hinduism that might have been a possible nuclear explosion much in our past, but anyway, we'll leave that for another day. So July 16th, and so that's very close to the, that was right after the beginning date of July 15th for the Stranger Things. Then on July 16th, 1969, Apollo 11, again 11, do you notice the pattern of these 11s? Launched Apollo 11, July 16th, 1969, took 3 astronauts who landed on the moon on July 20th, 1969. Apollo 11 brought the first man or men on the moon. So, there's some swirling connections here with 11. So, I'm going to be going further into this continuation theme at a later date, but I just want to put this information together today. Today, April 27th, 2025. Thank you and have a great day.